Hi guys, welcome back to Kpop Talks, and today we're reviewing the first week of K-pop songs that came out in June. It's gonna be around 6-7 days, maybe the 8th of June max, and of course, gonna be a couple songs from maybe May or that I didn't listen to, but you know already the deal if you watch these videos, and let's get right into it without wasting more time. The first group is Victon with Stupid O'Clock. I mean, it's not a bad song. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I feel like Victon has done better. But the rapping here I think is really good. It's outstanding, but the song to me feels like boring. It feels like something I've heard from them a million times, and more than that, I've heard way better from them other times already. So, this is for me the song that I'm not gonna go back to, but I think it's far from being bad. Next we have aespa with Illusion. I love this aggressive, heavy bass. I love the way they sing. I love the way they say the things, the cadences of the words. It's a great song. It's not too long. It's really enjoyable, and the production is really high quality. aespa has been getting better in my opinion. Not at the level of the other SM groups, but they'll get there eventually, like any other SM group in history. Next we have Adora with Travel with an exclamation mark for travel. It's a very cute song. I love the musical aspect of it, and like the kind of like theater, like Broadway type of feel about it. I enjoyed. I love the vocals. The song is catchy, it's cute, and the chorus is very fun. So I think it's a pretty good song. Next we have Moon Soo-jin featuring Taber with Right Back. Not the biggest fan of this personally. And vocally I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think the feature doesn't really do anything to help the song. Production is very basic. I'm just not a fan. I don't like it personally. I don't. There isn't something that I could really go from it that I'm like, there's any talent, any aspect of her that I really makes me, want to check her music in the future. It's very simple. Next we have Faki with Diamond Glitter. Pretty good song. I think the production, even though it's simple, it works. The vocal performances are really good. I think this is a high quality dance track with a good feel, good vocals, pretty catchy chorus in my opinion. I mean, Faki is a group that I've discovered last year, if I remember correctly. It's last year, no, maybe it was January of this year, January, February. And really, been a fan from there. I don't really check a lot of their music, but whenever they drop, I'll give it to listen. I think this is a pretty good song. This is definitely one of the best ones I've heard this month already. And next we have legendary Lee Soo-young with Uranus. I think this is by far the best song I've heard in June already, and maybe even the best song I've heard in the last 2 or 3 months. The vocals are great. This is a great Korean music. If there's somebody that does Korean music as good as her, it doesn't exist, because she's the best. Great fusion of traditional and less traditional style of Korean music. The vocals are amazing. The feel and the ambience that she creates is great, and her vocals are amazing. I've said it 3 times already. They're really, really good, and it's a great song. If you peak modern Korean music, she's there for me. Really is. Next we have Dawn with Lost. He's tried something different here. He's doing something that is kind of out of his comfort zone a little bit, with the production style, the vocals. I just don't think it really fits him very well. To me it seems like he's way better when he's in that R&B soul like element and lane, but I respect him in a sense because he has tried something different with the with the production and the style of music and stuff like that. But if I have to look at it objectively, I think there's nothing from here that I come out of it I'm thinking there's any potential in here. Now it could be better, maybe from the album, the EP, whatever it is, LP, whatever it is. I'll give it a listen, but this one is not it for me personally. I don't enjoy that much. It's not bad, but I think it's very mediocre for I think one of the best soloists in Korea. So very simple. Next we have Victon. The Telescope is one of the 3 members from Month. I think it's a good song, great vocals. I think again here the atmosphere and the mood it creates, similar to Lee Soo-young, is incredible. But it's definitely very simple, but I think it's very effective in the way it's done. There's more to say. It's a great ballad in my opinion. Now I would assume their name is Blankie. Blank 2, I assume it's Blankie, and it's Thumbs Up. I think this is the most mediocre debut you can have. an interesting production, an interesting vocals, an interesting chorus. You try to be a little bit Stray Kids, a little bit Monsta X, a little bit this, a little bit that. But where's the blankie? Where is the individuality? Now, if I remember correctly, I think there's a rapping section here. I thought it was actually pretty good. But the rest is very, I think, skippable, in my opinion. No, I'm pretty sure I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I don't know about very good. My man right now is playing tricks on me because it's very, it's 6 a.m. But, yeah, it's not good for a debut, in my opinion. Especially in 2022, where the male groups are so strong. Like, if you don't come out of the gate with something at least interesting, you're gonna struggle, in my opinion. But I think number-wise, if I'm not wrong, yeah, it's doing 10 million. So obviously people have enjoyed it. Let me check. Is it this their debut? I think it is. No. Yeah. This is definitely a debut. Were they coming from a TV show? I'm trying to look. Maybe they. Blankie. Keystone Entertainment. They're doing pretty good. Numbers wise, they're doing good, but I just don't think quality wise this is the type of songs you want to have as a group to keep going from, because you're gonna have that hype early on. Let's see how you develop it from now. Next we have Taeyong from NCT with Ghost. It's pretty solid, I think, from him. Definitely very Taemin, very Kai. They definitely, because it's gonna turn 27 this year, I'm pretty sure they want him, or 20. I mean, it's 26. Maybe he's gonna turn 27. I'm not sure, but he's eventually gonna go to the military. So they're already trying to develop him into a solo star, because realistically, with new NCT members now, they're auditioning. I think for 2023 for new NCT members. The older one is actually getting old. So if you want to do the graduation thing, you have to start doing it now, especially with some you're gonna start going to the military. So Mark is gonna skip it because he's American, if I remember correctly. So you're chilling there. You have a bunch of Japanese members gonna skip it. You have a bunch of Chinese members gonna skip it. You have a Taiwanese member is gonna skip. Not Taiwanese. A Thai member is gonna skip it. So I think you're fun in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a good song. Definitely it showcases all of his ability, but I think NCT will have a lot of transformation from next year, where we're gonna see more like new groups and new members, and we're gonna see others leaving and graduating. I think it'll be very interesting to see how the Korean community and the K-pop community will react to it, whether it's Korean or Western. I think it'll be very, very interesting. Next we have Big Naughty. What I would assume it's Do You Believe in Romance? I think it's the title. I think it's a great song. Definitely heavily Kid Cudi experience influence. I think with the vocals, the way the sound that he makes, the type of song was very, very Kid Cudi. He invented that. The way he used autotune, I think, is very smart. I love the production aspect, the message, the visuals. It all fits great. This is the Big Naughty that I want to see if he wants to go this direction, not the average pop stuff that he normally does. But I think this is also the one that is doing the worst numbers out of the other ones. So if you're under a label like AMG, no, I think it's under IER Music, if I remember correctly. They'll want you to do something more. So I think it's in a bit tricky situation, especially now that J Park is not there. I don't know who's commanding and who's telling him to do, but if they're giving him the freedom, I want him to do more of this, because he's good, and obviously the rapping stuff, because he's really good at it. Next we have leathermans and Toilet featuring The Quiet with BBB. I don't know what it means. The song is very fun. I love the way they fuse hip-hop, pop, dance. It's fun. I love his rapping. I love he goes from the more like vocal style, like pre-chorus, to more of a simple chorus, to then super fast rapping and stuff like that. It's very interesting the way he changed the whole, this song is very, very, I think, particular and very eclectic, even for a hip-hop song in general, no matter from what it is. This is normally something even in America you would hear from, more of the underground or independent scene. The Quiet just gives this basic, The Quiet, good quality stuff, more aggressive, a little more gangster in that sense, but the contrast with each other very good. And I think the setting is all interesting. This kind of like drama TV crew, right, where there's the good cop, the bad cop, the good looking guy, the chief and stuff like that. Apart from that, I think it's a pretty good song. I think it's very catchy as well, so I love it. I personally love it. But I wouldn't be surprised if people are not that much into it personally. Next we have Joyuri, which pretty good. It's not as good as her debut. I think it's classier debut. I don't think it's as good. I think Glass is way better, but still pretty good. Cute, fun, very, very catchy as hell. Great vocals, bright as fuck, brings you happy. It's perfect for the summertime. The only thing is, there's that scene where she's on the rooftop. Like, the lighting is already super strong, and they've put so much makeup on her face. You can't even like see like her features a lot of times. Like, but then there's other scenes where there's a shadow because maybe like a cloud passed there, so you can see her more. But video is cool. The song is cool. Pretty good. I think it is one of the best ones from this week. 100%. She's very, very talented. But you know, the thing is, I've always said this a million times, right? Like and this is no disrespect to Joyuri, which I think she's extremely talented. But you know, what did we talk about this a lot, right? When you come from a group like ixon, and when I used to say originally, even my old podcasts from my old channels that are not there anymore, that ixon is popular, but they're nowhere near as popular as IOI or 101, right? And IOI was on another level. Think about all the soloists that went in 101, and specifically the really popular ones in IOI, like Chonga, Somi, Kang Daniel, right? It's like Joyuri is not at a level of a popularity, but she's individually, I don't know if she ever get there, because that's the problem with these groups, right? Because they're made from popularity contest. You know, if you're like, I don't know, I don't know, and I don't remember, honestly. I'm pretty sure maybe I've watched in the past, but I don't remember what position she got at the end. But you're not Sakura, you're not Kang Ye-won, so it's hard for you to really make it out. Wonyoung, right? It's hard for you to come out and be huge, or Eugene, I think is her name, right? You're not these people, so it's gonna be really hard for you. But she's really, really good, and I think she's somebody that if you're a fan of true good K-pop music, you have to be a fan of her. She's really good at what she does. Like, I think 9 times out of 10, she's really good. Next we have Ailey with To The Bride. Listen, if you're talking about Ailey, anything she does is gonna be great. Just from a vocal perspective, the song is great. I love the feeling from it. Again, I'm not a big fan of ballads, but it's a pretty good song. And again, when you talk about Ailey, we're talking about the best vocalists in the world, let alone Korea, in the music industry. She's never talked about enough, in my opinion. And she's somebody that, again, mind you, we live in an era where now the female audience is way bigger, but somehow Ailey has not transitioned that super hyper popularity she used to have in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 16, I have no idea why. You know, it in a certain aspect, it makes no sense. But in other, it does, because people always front to, oh no, we're for the women, we're for the women. But no group apart from Blackpink has gotten incrementally popular since they've debuted pre the second or third, if you want to call it, like K-pop explosion in popularity. So it's somewhat weird, and I think Ailey is an example of this. Somebody that, you know, while I was actually in high school, she was extremely popular. I have no idea what happened, but she's still a great artist, and regardless of that, you definitely have to follow her music, because I think she deserves it. She hasn't too much to be not even like mentioned half the time in the K-pop community. Song Long 1 from Highlight with Today's Weather. I think it's a low effort song personally. The vocals are not great, the production is boring. I wish something a little bit different from him, but they went with the laid back vibes that he always have, you know, which is fine. But artistically, I wish he pushed it a little better. And plus, was it really necessary to go to fucking LA to shoot this video? And I was thinking about it when I was watching. I'm like, but you could have just shot this shit in Korea. Like, it would have not mattered really, but still, the song I think is boring regardless. Next we have Remy with This Wild and Foreign, featuring Oxynova, Paula, Dorid, and Khan. Mr. For Sure, this is a performance they've done for Dingo Freestyle a couple of days ago. I love the beat, I love the fast piano, tun, 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 tun. I mean, it's fast than that, but I really enjoy it. The flows are great, just again, they're hyper only Choppa fans, specifically well on their Foreign, and I think it's Mr. Khan, I'm not sure, it's the guy with like the mask on his face anyway. He's pretty good, but I mean, the lyrics are a little bit whatever they are, they're a little bit cringy in my opinion, but the flow are sick, and it's just a great song to listen to when you're working out, or you're chilling in your car, or whatever you're doing. Overall, it's pretty good. Well, it's pretty good for me who enjoys this type of dumb fucking things, but there's better stuff, even from Wonderful himself, which I think he's already done this type of music in the past, but way better. I think at least a little bit more original than that. And last but not least, Classy with Classy. I think it's good. I might even think it's a little bit better than their debut. Yeah, I enjoy it. There isn't more to say. I'm surprised they're not more popular than they are, but I mean, I was looking before on the YouTube channel before I doing this video, and I realized, like, man, these motherfuckers have their TV show, right? Their web show, whatever. They're not even English subs on that shit. I don't get it, but, or like at least English, Spanish, I mean, Portuguese, like Chinese, like Japanese, the main languages, have them at least in that. Nothing. Yeah, the song is fun. I love the. I think it reminds me a little bit of Pristine. Honestly, a little bit Pristine reminds me a little bit of what do you call them, like Oh My Girl in recent year or two. Yeah, there's some good vibes. I love I think actually I like the vocals here, but the production is just boring as fuck. That's the only thing. Production is really the negative part of this song, but I think it's a good place they're going overall. I don't have much to say. It's a good song, but it's somewhat basic as well, you know. And this was it for the first week of June. I thought it was this somewhat low quality because apart from a couple of highlights, the rest were very either okay, 6 out of 10s maybe, and then there was like stuff that was 5s and 4s for me. This was by far the worst week I think since March. Yeah, March. I think March are parts of April, but May was pretty good overall. April maybe had a little bit of a down, but overall was pretty good. And March was more up and down. February was good. Was okay actually. June was really good. So this was by far I think the worst week of in some time, and it's kind of sad because there was a lot of stuff that I was waiting for. But I mean, getting into next week, we have BTS I think is dropping today. And we are gonna sleep and wake up. They'll already be dropped. And there's other stuff I was looking before. Let me check. I saw before like there was some more interesting shit. I know Faint is debuting. One is coming back. Dripping in the 15th, but I don't think that will be into the video. It might be in the one from the week after. So yeah, I mean there's BTS, we have WA, we have Boogaboo, debut Find It, Wano, Trends, which I haven't reviewed yet. I haven't reviewed. Yeah, Secret Number. Maybe I'll talk about Cheese, even though I haven't reviewed this week, but I'll talk about Cheese maybe. I completely forgot about this song. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on this video much. I really enjoyed it. Your company, tell me if you enjoyed this video or not. What were your favorite songs of this week, your least favorite, and see you next video. Thank you very much for watching.